by Mississippi State head coach Nikki McCray-Penson. If you have any questions, please put your name in the chat. Up first, we'll go to Robbie Falk.
Hey, Coach, happy birthday, first and foremost.
Thank you.
I feel like y'all's entire staff's had a birthday this month.
The staff and the team.
I was interested in what you've seen from the film the other night. I know on the surface you want to see better rebounding, better free throw shooting like you did against South Florida as well. What did you take away from watching that game on film and kind of critiquing it a little more?
I think some positives. We shared the ball. We hit shots. We when a team packs it in and takes away our inside game, you got to be able to step up and hit shots. But we shared the ball, so that was really positive. Things that we got to continue to get better at is our transition defense. I know we played a lot of multiple lineups just because we could. We just got to know. We got to know, and part of that is communication, rebounding. We got to be able to rebound out of transition. A team that shoots a lot of shots in transition, you got to rebound out of transition. And that's an area that we got to get better at. I thought their bigs brought the ball up and we worked on it to where our bigs have to guard and we just missed some assignments. And that also plays into a part of, missed rebounds and things like that. But, just overall guarding better, and just really locking into that part of it. Because we're not where we need to be defensively, and nor are we where we need to be offensively. But we're continuing to see improvement each game.
Offensively, sorry, Josh. I was just going to do a follow up if that's okay.
Yep, you're good.
Offensively, in a couple of games, you've especially the last two home games. I think it was New Orleans. Maybe you had 72 points in the paint. This game, you come out and you make 18 3-pointers. Do you like what you're seeing from the offense, taking what the defense is giving them and working from there instead of just settling for bad offensive
Oh, definitely.
possessions?
I want our kids to be ready to hit shots. I think at this point, we know what people's strengths are and they know what their strengths are. If you're open and you're not a 3-point shooter, you don't have to take that shot, but you can't be afraid to take that shot, in rhythm. When we miss a couple, then we have to figure out a way to go do something different, get it inside, move the ball, from side to side to be able to get, a lane line drive. Those are things that we have to constantly, work. But I do think for the most part, we are taking what the defense gives us. We want to continue to work this ball and get to the second and third side in our offense if we can and still have a great understanding of what we're looking for.
Up next, we'll go to Ben Portnoy.
Happy birthday, Nikki. But also just on the rebounding piece, is there one or two players that you look to, maybe you can get a couple extra boards from? Is there anyone you're kind of challenging to really pick it up a little bit there? And
I think I'm challenging Rakia. I'm challenging Madison. I'm challenging Sydney, Jessica, Yamaya. Those they have to rebound for us. And right now we got, Jemiah, that's leading us in rebound, and she's a guard because she's a go-getter. But we have to pursue rebounds. Even when 2 or 3 players are on us, we got to have a second effort to rebound the basketball.
Up next, we'll go to Joel Coleman.
Third in line, but happy birthday to you, Nikki, too. I hope you've had a good one so far, and I hope it continues. When it comes to rebounding, I guess I would just ask, I think I've heard you mention before, it's just an effort thing more than anything. How do you coach that? I mean, do you just, I guess, harp on the girls for effort, or just what is the process to coaching the rebounds, I guess, out of your team?
It's just putting them in position of where we know where the rebounds are coming. We're in ball screens, so we're detached from our player. Now we got to get back to our man because we're helping too long here. And we're thinking, okay, hey, I got your man. You're supposed to get my, it's a lot of miscommunication right now that's leading to those missed opportunities. But sometimes we just got to go get it. We got to go get it. So it's just putting them in situations where, hey, if this happens, you got to get her man to box out. If this happens, she rotates and help you, you got to go box this person out. So it's just, putting them in those scenarios that could potentially happen in game to where we got to go box out because sometimes we think this person has got my man, and that's not the case. And we're turning and watching.
Up next, we'll go to Robbie Falk.
Nikki, when you first took over, one of the first things you mentioned was Rakia being a threat when she got off the bus, and that meant she being a threat from the 3-point range, 15 feet out, driving to the rim, whatever. I know she wasn't just on her game against South Florida, but she was the other night, came out, and she was really effective from 3-point range and also getting to the rim too. Do you like how she's adjusting what you want her to do offensively?
Yeah, I mean, I just want her to continue to evolve. It starts in practice. That's my biggest challenge to her, is to dominate practice, so that she can dominate games. And that's all of our players. But yeah, she, when she's fatigued, she has to understand she doesn't have to settle for a 3 or jump shot. She can get to the drives, or she can get to her post-up game, and put herself in a position where she could, get and ones. But, for her, it's just, continuing to take good shots and, drawing and making her teammates better. Can she complete the pass and, make her teammates better, because it'll open up so much more for her.
Up next, we'll go back to Ben.
I guess that was kind of what I was going to ask. But in terms of that, I mean, when Rakia's knocking down shots from the outside, like she did the other night, and I guess kind of lost in it, that she scored 30 points. I mean, how much does that change what you guys can do offensively, and how much does that open things up for other people and for her, especially when she likes to get to the rim?
Well, I think it says a lot about, our post game and what we've been able to do, getting the ball in the post. So, they were really keyed on, Jessica, and it opened up things for our perimeter. They challenged us to shoot. They said, well, if they're going to beat us, can they knock down shots? We showed that we can knock down shots. I think that's something that we worked a lot on this summer. And, they have the green light and the confidence to shoot it. We just needed to go in consistently. But it helps all of them. It helps Rakia when she sees shots goes in, and it helps it just makes us a little bit more dangerous.
All right, guys, anything else? Let's go back to Robbie.
How do you balance not relying on the 3-point shot and, when you're hot, making sure that you're shooting those open looks? How do you balance that and make sure that the players don't rely too much on that?
I think what we said was, if we've missed 3 in a row, then do something different, because we don't ever want them questioning themselves. We want them to be ready to shoot it, and they were. And if it's in rhythm and it's uncontested, that's a good shot. When we miss 3 in a row, then we got to do something different. Obviously, there's some games where I've said, let's get this ball inside, because clearly we had a big size advantage. So our players have to understand what the game plan is. The other night, it called for us to hit shots because they were packing it in. Against someone like New Orleans, we had to get it inside because we had a big advantage. So we did more of the high-low stuff. So it just depends on what the defense is giving us. But I want our kids to be confident and ready.
All right, guys, that'll do it for today. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for coming out.